When I started my PhD journey, I actually started my gender transition at the same time. It's really hard when you're faced with two things that you want to do, but you don't think you can do both of them. I was really worried that I would have to give up the things that I loved. I really wanted to get into medicine, or I really wanted to get into science. And I thought that if I transitioned, I would have all of this discrimination or roadblocks in the way that would make my life more difficult just because of who I am. And I guess it kind of was like a leap of faith. And so when I decided to start transitioning, I told my supervisor, I'm going to gender transition, is this okay? And I couldn't have gotten a better response. She was excited for me, and she's been a supportive figure the entire time. This institute, Grit, the great people I've been able to work with and interact with, I feel like I belong here more. Because I was so supported, I was able to bring this part of me to the front rather than keeping it buried and out of sight, which allowed me to work harder on the things that actually mattered to me, which was my science. My project looked at the interactions between macrophages and olfactory and sheathing cells, so the innate immune cells and specialized glia within the olfactory nerve within the nose. My research group looks at using these specialized cells for treatment of spinal cord injuries. Really interesting because we find that even though the olfactory nerve regenerates every single day, you don't have much of a constant inflammatory response like you would expect if macrophages were getting in there. So the fact that OECs are secreting this product that allows them to repel macrophages from the region means that OECs can take over that role to clear up the debris and aid in that repair process. Grit is the idea that you can stick with something not just for a day or a month, but for years on end to achieve your goals. You can't decide to transition if you don't have that grit. It's very much like a PhD. You have to be able to stick with it for years in order to get the good quality results, but it's all worth it at the end. And because I've transitioned, because I'm transgender, I feel like it's made me more resilient because what I apply every single day of my life in my personal life, I can easily apply that to my working life.